Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. We are going to be starting up here soon, just a bit. I'm going to throw out some announcements, though. Usual channels. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Got it. Huh. I was about to say, hey, Wolfie. That was the clip. And excellent. How about that? There we go. Then work your way up to like nugget time. Alright, you do that. That. What next? That. What next? That. That. Oh, that. What next? Oh, we got him. We got him. Alright. Announcements are out. Don't get greedy. I'm going to throw out some shout outs for folks who are also streaming today. So you got Pulse. He's doing some Resident Evil 0. Getting real close to the badge on that one. And we'll throw out a shout out for... Oh, Streamlabs not working? That's a bad sign.
Oh, Toy Story. I love Toy Story. Toy Story is my favorite Disney. You got a friend in me.
Yeah. He's not. That's not good.
You got a friend in me.
Alright, let's try it again. There we go. A little bit aware of the, Alright, Rotostorm was also on today. I'll throw him a shout out. He's doing some, TMNT 4 speedrunning. Turtles in Time. Bit of a classic, that one. Bum, bum, bum. Necro was on this morning. So throw him a shout out as well.
Yes, I did it! Yes,
I know, I try to oblige, I'm flying really high though, can't tell by my eyes, but can tell by my smile.
There you go.
It's been a hell of a ride, and I've been gone for
Draws
miles.
you in.
I'm a star at the Christmas, get lifted
Leave
off
body
the
it.
tree, got a lighter in my fist, give a fuck about
Not a hard
reality.
fight.
Roll with the punches, shed
But
haters
you just have to
like
watch. I'll go ahead and,
times of toughness, my escape from reality. You want to challenge G, it's a
Need the
fact,
clips.
you'll be quitting. 2 blunts later, you'll be tapping, submitting, playing Zelda, yup. I'm laughing and tripping before getting jumped and attacked by a chick you're thinking about, reminiscing. And it's how I survived it. Put on some jams, listen, as I'm kicking and vibing. Gone missing your transmission. I'm sliding, I'm on a space mission. My ass just kissing goodbye, man. My weed Mike Tyson. Strong laying your flat though. I take rips from a bong all night. I pack those. I slip and I'm gone like I fell in a black hole. When the munchies come on, you know I'll be back though. Oh.
That was Necro. Anyway, we're gonna start up here. Let me just transition over to our RA screen. There we go. And I am way below the camera today. Hello there. Well, I haven't transitioned yet. There we go. Hello. I'm gonna just down and tick. There we go. About there. I'm bundled up because I'm still not feeling the greatest. So oh man, still kind of low. All right, I'll stay here. That way I'm on camera the whole time. All right. So for those who aren't familiar with this show, this is the Retro Achievements Review, where we go over the latest sets from retroachievements.org. And retroachievements.org is a site that where a lot of volunteers come together, by gamers for gamers, where they put together challenges and achievement sets for some of the old classic retro games. And it's let me put the link in the chat as usual here. And we'll pin this till the end of the stream. But yeah, so retroachievements.org, and basically you have your achievements and your trophies for like Xbox and PlayStation, and this is basically the same thing but for retro games. And you basically, start playing on something like RetroArch or some of the other standalone emulators out there, and a lot of them have integration with this Retro Achievements site. So you go there, set yourself up an account, and then you can start earning achievements. And you get, if you platinum a game, essentially platinum or badge a game, you get these nice little emblems on your profile to kind of brag swag, I guess you'd say. So it's kind of fun. It's partly a matter of competition, partly a matter of just adding some fun to some of these old classics to go after various achievements and challenges. Anyway, so in the show normally we would go, first of all, we cover the last week's worth of new sets, starting from essentially last Tuesday up until today. And then we go into community highlights, just going over what people have been up to in the community, what achievements they've been earning, what badges they've been getting, etc. And then we'd be going into trying out one of the new sets. But like I said, I'm not feeling super well, so we're just going to cut this kind of short and just go over the new games since last time we talked last week. So keep it short and simple. So I think the last one we covered last week was Street Fighter Alpha Anthology, which is Street Fighter Alpha 1 through 3, and I think it had the kind of cutesy fighters one as well. It's kind of an anthology for PS2 of a bunch of PS1 games. Hey Wolfie, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, and you were streaming today too. I should throw you a shout out. Throwing other people a shout outs who were streaming today. Bum. Ah, you were playing some Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. How are you doing on that one? Did you already beat it? Or are you going for the badge? How goes it? Why is it always that clip? I feel like that's the first time I've seen this clip. Usually, I don't know. I've seen a lot of the, a couple of the, like, I don't know. I've seen the poetry clip. I've seen the one game you were playing that had, like all the crystals and arrows and sort of the 3D puzzle platformer. So, last 2 times you shouted me out, it was that clip. Ah, well, sorry, it's random, so I don't pick which clips. But anyway, hope you're doing well. Take the shout out, be happy about it. Hey Slippy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, sir. Alright, so first game of this week, we've got a new subset, rather, for Budokai 2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. So this is one of the GameCube games. And we already talked about this one when the regular set came out. But this one is winning the world tournament section of the game with each character. With normal rule set and without using any custom skills. Oh, okay. So basically, you gotta master each character. So I imagine if you're pretty decent at the game, this probably isn't that hard a stretch to get for a subset. And for the GameCube event, subsets are worth 1 point each. Hey San, welcome in, sir. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Okay, so that was a subset for Budokai 2, Dragon Ball Z. Next up we got Pipe Dream. So Pipe Dream, we've seen the NES version of this one before, and the Game Boy version. This is like a puzzle game where you kind of have a water flow that's going to start at some point after the game begins, and you're trying to lay down pipes in a particular order, and there's sections of the map that you get extra points for going through. Sometimes it's required for certain levels, but for the most part, you're just required to lay down enough pipes to get enough points to get to the next level. So it's not as hard as it would might seem. You don't really have to like keep it going without spilling any until like probably mid levels for most of these ones. Let's see. Oh, and I guess you can use items as you go to help you to sort of help you beat certain levels by a secret item. A 100 crosses during a game. That's where you have like a X shape or a cross shape pipe, and you have the water or the sewage or whatever it is go through both sections. So 100 during one game. That's pretty tough. Depending on how big the map is. Slippy won't be able to play this game. His pipe laying days are behind him. Get a perfect on any stage. Reach 1,000,000 points without using the Point X2 item. Reach 2,000,000 points with using the X2 item. Pass through 35 electrical pipes. Reach the bad ending. Beat the game. Okay, this is like an endurance achievo. Beat the game from the beginning. And reach the good ending without a password. So endurance achievo. And reach any ending in one sitting in hard mode. Okay. Well, if you can get the bad ending, maybe that's not so bad. Doesn't seem like a hard set. Looks like people are earning the achievos. So it's already got some masteries. We can take a look at this one. Pipe Dream. These games are not enjoyable if you don't like timed events. Yeah, you are kind of under a timer. Life is a timed event, bro. This is true. This is true. We'll skip ahead a little bit here. Oh, okay. So if you get to the end, it just automatically fills it. There you go. Anyway, but that's kind of the idea. It's a puzzle game, pretty unique as far as things go. But there's one on the NES, there's one on the Game Boy, and there's one on the Super Nintendo. Probably more on other systems too. But they didn't make a hub for just Pipe Dream. Oh, there's an arcade version too. I guess that's getting a set next. All right. So next up we got DDR Best Hits. You're immortal. You haven't died yet. So the DDR games are fairly self-explanatory. They're rhythm games where you hit up, left, down, right, in whichever order at the right time to in time with a particular song, and you have like easy mode to hard mode, and basically it just introduces more steps to hit. And you can get for most systems you can get like a dance mat and play on the dance mat as you go. For the most part, these ones are all about doing each song with full combo. Full combo being you've hit every button prompt, no misses. Yeah, I don't know what Edidata or Little or what those mean. Probably you can edit the prompts in the song or something. I don't know what Little is here. Maybe Little is a certain character you can use, kind of like Kirby in the drum game, where it just makes it easier to you have a larger window to hit the combo or the button. Baron thought this was a game about RAM. Because it's Dance Dance. Oh, because DDR. Yes, DDR. Ha 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 ha. Yes. I get it. Ha ha. Major combo 1000. Okay, so it seems like a pretty straightforward set as far as DDR goes. I'm sure some of the resident folks, like Graham's almost batched this one already. I'm sure Cassie won't be too far behind. They're the usual suspects when it comes to rhythm games in the community. Next up we've got Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly Adventure. This one's an action adventure game. Seems like a pretty straightforward set here. I guess you just go and attend different characters' birthday parties and gather music notes and honey. Complete the story of each person's birthday. In junior mode, remodel Eeyore's house. This one seems like a pretty easy set. Take a look. Might be a good if you're trying to do the GameCube event and you're looking for an easy badge and you're low on points, this might be a good desperation game. 112 people have badged this game already. Not sure if I should be impressed or shake my head. Well, a lot of people are working on GameCube event, so, you know. Okay, so there's the crazy elephant things from like Dumbo. I didn't know Winnie the Pooh took LSD. Well, that was weird. Heffalumps. The Heffalumps and Woozles. Ah. Heffalumps. I feel like that name kind of rings a bell. Were those from Dumbo or were those from Winnie the Pooh? An easy GameCube badge. Yep. So if you need 2 points, this one and Piglet's Big Game are pretty easy sets. Winnie the Pooh, indeed. And welcome in Cosmic and Rev. We are doing just a short one today because I'm still got headaches for whatever reason, so I'm just gonna keep it short today. We're gonna skip over their community highlights and checking out one of the new games. Hey Jake, welcome in. You're gonna cut me some slack about not remembering what the Heffalumps? It's been a long time since I watched Winnie the Pooh. So that's my excuse. Next up, we've got an Olympics game. Barcelona 92. Welcome, fellow gamers. There you go. So I guess this is like Summer Olympics, track and field, looks like. Yeah, if this plays like most track and field games, it's mostly just like button mashing. Still can be pretty fun. It's basically like a set of mini games in a lot of ways. We can take a look at this one. Olympic gold. Hey, Wise, welcome in. Chastise him for not knowing a classic? Rumbly Tumbly Adventures is a classic? Alright. How appropriate for an Olympics game to be made by US Gold. Feeling a bit better. Still have a headache, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. Still taking Excedrin, the not US company. Yeah. If America had its way, it would only be America competing in the Olympics. I don't know. So many countries send out athletes that train in other countries, so it's like, it's not really like the ideal of the Olympics back in the like turn of the century was, you know, every member kind of being representative of a particular country and, like, you know, competing nations. But nowadays it's just like, it's kind of like the you know, like baseball or football or whatever, where people just hire people from whatever country, try to get the best for their team. Thank you, Cosmic. Trying. Sorry, Wolfie. I'll shut up. Yeah, I think that was probably the French soccer team, though. French soccer team that has 0 Frenchmen on it. It's ridiculous. The World Cup. The Greek god Zeus started the Olympics back in the day. I dig the music. Could have been Hercule from DBZ, aka Mr. Satan. Hercule. I think they had archery too. This looks kind of janky. Might make for a good stream game sometime, though. Anyway, so that's Olympic Games. Barcelona 92. And pretty straightforward set on this one, too. Just beat the game. It actually says on any difficulty. Get gold medals and everything. Oh, and then you do need to beat the initial records. So that might be a little tricky. Maybe. Probably not too bad. Let's see. Up next we have Final Fantasy. Oh, that's a hack. There's a subset for a hack. But we're gonna go with next up is Breakout on the PlayStation. So this is a Brick Breaker game in 3D. Something tells me this is gonna give some people nausea. Looks like many hours started in on it. Let's see. So there's a couple of very specific Chivos on certain levels. Bunch of endurance achievos. Okay, so they only care about doing endurance per each section, so that's good. It's not the whole game, thankfully. And then a bunch of deathless. Speedrun. At least one speedrun. A lot of deathless. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Breakout on PSX. From Atari. Oh, it's actually got kind of a storyline to it. With Batniks. Let's just skip forward to one of the levels here. Alright, so kind of like Arkanoid, but in 3D. Get different power-ups and whatnot. Has some pretty decent music. Well, that looks like it could be kind of fun sometime. Looks like folks are earning achievements, so Only one that's not getting a lot of earns is this complete the game in under 1 hour. Oh, okay, so there is a endurance achievo for beating the whole game. It's a speedrun achievo at that. So oof. But that means it's a pretty short game. Beat it under an hour. All right. Next, we got a subset for time attack subset for 1080 Avalanche. This is a snowboarding game. It looks like the subset's been removed. Not being approved. Okay, never mind then. So somebody's working on a subset for time attack, but it has not yet passed muster with the devs. I wonder how these 1080 games are. Have I heard anybody say anything about 1080 games? I don't remember. I think I asked Foxy about it, but I don't remember what he said about it. Oh, another Pokemon spawns. But worth a shot, especially for if you're going for the GameCube event, and if you enjoy the snowboarding games, give it a go. Yeah, Sark likes snowboarding games as well. He did the Snowboard Kids and Snowboard Kids 2. Anyway, next up we've got a puzzle platformer called Solomon's Club. I'm guessing this is related to Solomon's Key, which I think is also Ice and Fire, I think? Ice and Fire? Yes. So I believe this is, or Fire and Ice? Ice and Fire? One of those two. One's a Ralph Bakshi animation, the other's a puzzle platformer. But if it's anything like the original, it's probably pretty fun. Let's see. Use a water pistol. Use a fireball spell. Use a hammer. Use hourglass. Just complete levels. Pretty straightforward set. So let's take a look. Solomon's Club. Yeah, Solomon's Key. I played that with my niece on Switch. Haven't attempted the set for it or anything, but it's a pretty fun game. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like pretty similar mechanics to the first one. Or at least I don't know if it's like a sequel, but it's pretty similar mechanics to the one on NES. Basically can build blocks or destroy them. And I guess it just gets more and more complicated as you go. Alright, well that's Solomon's Club. Like I said, pretty straightforward set. Looks like 5 worlds of about 10 levels each. plus another extra set of five levels. You get a magic hat. Girls always take the magic hats. Alright, collect at least 1 million gold. Yep. I might give that one a go at some point. I should probably give the original a go at some point. Because I did play a bunch of it on NES. Alright, we got Kiniku Banzuke. So Kinnikuman is a pretty absurdist humor wrestling anime. Well, first of all, it was a manga, and then it got turned into an anime. Senshawa Sumidai? Oh, The Challenger is You. The Challenger is You is the name of it. I'm pretty sure this is Kinnikuman. It doesn't look like Kinnikuman, though. Kiniku is muscle, though, so it's like Muscle Banzuke. I'm not sure what Banzuke is. But I think in America, the Kinnikuman stuff is called Ultimate Muscle, I think. It's kind of a wrestling anime show. So yeah, it's a wrestling game, I think. Oh, it's a game show. Action game show from Konami. That panel makes it look like Ninja Warriors or something. Not Ninja Warriors the game, but Ninja Warriors the the TV show where they go through obstacle courses. Let's take a look at this one. They're coming out with a new anime for Kinnikuman. That is not super surprising. The more I look at this, the less I think it is actually related to Kinnikuman. But anyway, see, this is Game Boy Color. MUSCLE. Hmm. That didn't last very long. Okay, so it's like a sort of a platformer, but you're going through like an obstacle course. You have to do different things at different parts of the game. This actually kind of gave me Darkman vibes. At least for that part. Does it look that good? It looks like you're gonna have to do like little mini games anytime you like jump on particular obstacles to get past them. That's kind of what I mean. It's like in Darkman, it was like you have to keep your balance or whatever as you're going. In this one, it looks like you have to kind of swing your character back and forth. and you're on a timer. So this could be kind of interesting. It does not look like it's associated with Ultimate Muscle. I just saw Kinniku and was like, Kinniku Man! But it does not look like it's actually associated with that. Huh. Looks like it's got a few different events, kind of. So I guess this one and the Olympic sports game are kind of similar in that regard. He didn't learn his lesson. Oof. He forgot to jump. Anyway, so that's Kinniku Banzuke. So it's kind of an obstacle course game. Looks like a lot of people are earning the achievements, at least for the basic ones here. Looks like there are a couple of them that are harder for folks. Kick Target version 2 without missing any shots. Okay, Kick Target was probably that one. That was like the soccer. And then Struck Out. I don't know what that one is, but Foxy's getting this one on Saturday, I'm sure. Well, I don't think it has to do with Kinniku Man though. It's not if anything, this is probably related to some kind of game show. You know, like they had the what is it? Actually, there was a comedian that made a game called Takashi's Challenge or something like that. But he had a game show that was like Takashi's Castle, and he'd get a bunch of girls in like bikinis and have them go through obstacle courses where they get like all muddy and often disrobed. So it was a bit of a spicy thing. But they aired that sometimes on like the stuff you get over here. Anyway, but I don't think that would count as a Japanese television program that aired weekly and was the premier sports entertainment variety show of the Tokyo Broadcastings. Ah, thank you for the information, Slippy. Okay, so it kind of is like Takashi's Castle. Originally a late night Friday broadcast, television special was popular and started airing in prime time in 1995. Interesting. Hey, Knocker, welcome in. This is going to be a short one. We're just going through the new sets because I'm not feeling the greatest. That was the, we just went through Kinniku Banzuke, Game Boy. Next up we've got an Indiana Jones game. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. It's an action adventure. Let's see. So it might be kind of like the 007 games where it's just like a lot of variety between levels, maybe primarily like a over-the-shoulder action shooter, but maybe have like some car chases and things like that. Laboratory monster without taking damage. So okay, so there's some damage to the stuff. Kind of that's kind of a time attack. Limited bullet Achivo. Without setting off the alarm. So there's some kind of stealth minigame in there. Gondola. Okay, so there's a gondola chase section. without letting it fall below 50% health. There's a bare hands only Ativo. Fisticuffs Ativo. Another time attack. Damageless. Some endurance Achivos. This set has quite a few different things going on here. Canteen or medkits? Okay, so complete every section, every level in one session without dying or using healing items. So that's kind of damageless. I don't know if your health gets maxed out between levels. Hopefully, because that's pretty rough. Not exactly damageless, but basically deathless. Deathless and healless. And cover all 30 artifacts, so kind of a collection one. A wild Puchena appears for those doing the Pokemon. Let's take a look at this one. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Yes, too. When was this from? 2003.
Fortune and glory, here I come.
It belongs in a museum.
I can use this water to fill up my canteen. I'll need to cut through these vines. Good thing I brought my whip.
Whip it good. So there's a new Tomb Raider anime starting soon? Oh, interesting. I'm not sure I'd be interested in a Tomb Raider anime, but
Boy Scouts. I better watch my back.
interesting that they make one. Alright, Drake, thanks for stopping in, man. Have a great rest of your night.
There he is.
All right, so kind of got some Tomb Raider-esque elements to it. I don't know, could be interesting. Interesting if you like Indiana Jones or if you like the Tomb Raider, um, Uncharted. Could be fun. Certainly diversity of different types of achievements on this too. So um, maybe not a lot of the ones that aren't my favorites. Endurance and time attacks. Um, Damageless. Well, actually, I don't really mind Damageless, but anyway. Next up, we got Dark Savior on the Saturn. This is an action RPG. Um, let's see. Looks like a lot of folks are already jumping in on this one. Well, or at least a handful. Um, Quite a few missable achievements here. Uh, I guess you can either defeat or capture enemies. For the most part, capturing them is missable. Mm, hmm. Let's take a look at this one. Dark Savior. Okay, it's got kind of 2D sprites in 3D-ish backgrounds. Interesting choice. Let's see if we can get to some like combat. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Hey, Rio. Feeling a bit better. Thank you for asking. I'm just gonna do a... We're just doing a short one today, just going through the new sets. And then we'll probably raid out. This is a Dark Savior for Sega Saturn. They got a set. It's an action RPG. It's got this interesting visual style of, you know, sprites, 2D sprites on with 3D backgrounds. Definitely makes it hard to see where you're at in some parts, and depth perception is a little tricky. But kind of interested to see what the combat looks like if we can get to a scene of combat. But how's your day going, Rio? You doing okay? Bum, bum, bum. You want to check this game out? It looks pretty unique. I'll give it that. Hello, Jacob Todd. We are going through the new sets for RetroAchievements.org. So this is one for a game called Dark Savior on Sega Saturn. A lot of missables in this one. From the looks of it, it looked like you can defeat or capture a lot of the enemies. Capturing, for the most part, is considered missable achievements. I don't know if capture probably counts as defeat, so you probably get a double pop when you do that. But it looks like there's a lot of these kind of puzzle platforming sections. I'm kind of interested to see what the combat is like, though. So there's all these people that are like monsters. Oh, that's making me feel sick. Is that Wolf Waldo? I don't know. Hey, Manny, welcome in. I'm doing okay. The king of achievement and positivity. Hope you're having a good day, buddy. Thank you. Welcome in, Necro. We are looking at Dark Savior on the Sega Saturn right now. It's taken a long time to get into any combat. Here we go. Here's some combat. Looks like this game has a lot of puzzle platforming and a little bit of combat. Kind of reminds me of some of the Quintet games. Not ActRaiser per se, but maybe like was it Illusion of Gaia that had gameplay kind of like this? Or maybe Soul Blazer? I think it was one of the Blazer games had combat kind of like this. I was watching Pookums play one of them. Maybe a nope if it does that screen tilting too often. You hate diagonal fighting? Camera zoom during battle is super awkward. Yeah, it looks a little bit janky. But very unique game. Might be worth checking out just for the, I don't know. Just for check it out. You probably play it, but it's your least favorite orientation for fighting other than top-down. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a very unique style, though. I'll give it that. Just looks like it would be a little disorienting. A lot of the puzzle platforming sections we were looking at earlier, it was really kind of hard to get a sense of like where you're jumping from, where you're jumping to, and kind of like a, I mean like Alundra to an extent, or like Ys 5 to an extent, but worse. I don't know, but it's a fairly hefty set here. 100 achievements, worth 840 points. So maybe we're checking out sometime. But not really on my list. Next up, we got another DDR. There's some other interesting games this week. There's a Winnie the Pooh game, Rumbly Tumbly Adventure, that's looks pretty short and pretty easy badge for the for 2 points for the GameCube event. So that might be a good go for a lot of us trying for the GameCube the gold event badge. There's a Breakout game, which is sort of a it's a brick breaker in pseudo 3D on PlayStation that had some pretty interesting music. Solomon's Club, which is another puzzle platformer in the same I think it's in the same series as Solomon's Key. It has very similar mechanics. You like Breakout games? But you want a good paddle? Can't keep up with the backlogs. Hard to find a PC paddle. Oh, I see what you mean for got it. So you want one of the actual paddle like controllers. I'm used to playing with like mouse and keyboard, or well, mouse anyway, for a lot of those. Huh. Why did Automod catch Knob? Your first teacher had a good paddle? Yeah, my mom had a good paddle too. Anyways, on to DDR Second Remix on PlayStation. So, we've talked about DDR games before. Basic idea is you're hitting the buttons and rhythm the songs. This makes the second one. Yeah, Autobot is catching all the terms today. Anyways. Let's see. So, probably pretty straightforward set here. Unlock all the songs. Clear each song with full combo. Unlock various things. Okay, so there's Chivos for clearing songs, clearing them with full combos. It's your usual DDR game. I'm guessing another difficulty is probably like the hard mode. Clear any song with the hidden quote-unquote modifiers. With the turn modifiers. Get a perfect full combo on any song on any difficulty. This is a pretty massive set. $280 achievements worth 1,200 points. So there you go. You were paddling in D&D. Automod trying to keep Necro down. Wheel. Does. I guess it has a separate one for knob and knobs. Part of a huge elaborate arcade stick setup or an expensive. I saw a cool mod to turn a mouse into one with a Gatorade cap and a push pen. That's actually kind of that sounds like a kind of cool setup. A Gatorade cap and a push pen to make a knob for okay, so a knob would be like yeah, okay. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of Brick Breakers on arcade machines, but I think I know what you're talking about, where you have like the controller that kind of goes like this. That's what you mean by knob. I was thinking more of like a controller that's like the what I've seen a lot for like Space Invaders and some Brick Breakers is actually like a big ball that you roll back and forth. And I've seen like old Pong machines with the old the wheel thing. But you're talking about one that you turn like this, and I think I have seen some of those. Paddle controllers, gotcha. Necro wants one of each. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Centipede have the rollerball. Ah. All right. Next up, we got another GameCube game. This one is Ultimate Spider-Man. So Ultimate Spider-Man was kind of a there's like this whole series of comics that they started in I guess it was like early 2000s. They started like the Ultimate, quote unquote, Ultimate like universe, and it was basically a way to restart all the Marvel stuff with some new writers and so on. Some of the series are pretty good, some of them are pretty bad. Ultimate Spider-Man, I think Ultimate Spider-Man's kind of rated as one of the better ones of that series. The Ultimate Avengers was pretty bad, but anyway, this is a game based on Ultimate Spider-Man. Let's see. So there's a couple of missibles. So this is like a time attack kind of thing. Another time attack kind of thing. Unlocking costumes. I'm gonna guess it probably plays a lot like the other Spider-Man games, like the Neversoft ones. Oh, is this Neversoft? It is not. It's Treyarch. Okay, I think Treyarch are the guys that do. They're one of the two studios that do the Call of Duty games. Ah, Rio loves this game. Cool. I wonder if you can just use an old Atari paddle with a Sega to USB converter. That might work. Let's go ahead and look this one up. Ultimate Spider-Man. Open World can play as Venom, but it's Ultimate Venom, so it doesn't swing. Ah.
I need it.
It's not done.
Give it back.
It's really not done.
I can't go swinging around in my nerd clothes.
I just have to finish stitching up a hole in the butt, and then I'll give it back to you.
Oh, right.
I'll explain the hole in the
Hey,
butt.
Foxy, welcome in.
Please don't.
So in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, Mary Jane learns that he's Spider-Man really quickly.
Ready for you.
Right, pretty much right off the bat.
Right. I'm gonna run by home and grab my web shooters.
And Mary Jane is introduced like right off the bat too. Whereas in
I've been sitting on my
the
toes
regular
for
Spider-Man,
a little workout.
I think Mary Jane's not introduced to like. It's been a while. I think. When did she get introduced? It's like, is she 60 or 70 or something? This is a GameCube game.
Just
Yes,
gotta
it
jump
is.
up there. No biggie. Jump and then jump again. Sure, it breaks the laws of physics, but so do most things I do. It's me, the amazing jumping man. The spectacular leaping dude.
Police have attempted to apprehend the man, identified as 33-year-old Herman Schultz. In a daring daylight bank robbery attempt, Schultz...
Oh, right. And I think in Ultimate, he has, like, the webs come out of his hands, like, physically. They're like, as opposed to
These buildings are
making his own web shooters,
off of pretty easily.
I think.
You heard me, yes. The suit.
Let's kind of go into more of the gameplay here. Looks pretty good as far as Spider-Man games go. It just showed him putting on his web shooters. Yeah, it did, but I think in the comics, I think he had like organic ones that were like, you know, coming out of his physical wrists. It's been a while since I've read it though, so I could be thinking of something else. There are a couple different times that Marvel's come out with like reboots or alternate universe version, what if kind of things. But okay, so like you wander around and there's random things you can encounter, like you got a race. I think the other Spider-Man games had some of this kind of stuff too. Neversoft ones. Bum.
Oh, great. Now you're going to steal my stuff.
Well, actually, I was saving your life. I think the words you're looking for were thank you. Oh, sweet sassy molassie. Hurry up before the cops get here. What? I don't count? Aw, you do know me. I feel all warm and fuzzy now.
Looks pretty fun. I wonder how many people got crushed by their giant CRT. Yeah, back in the day. 2099 is the only Spider-Man with organic webs. Oh, maybe. Plus Toby. Yeah, I remember the movie Spider-Man had organic webs. Or at least one of the movie Spider-Mans. Anyway, so there you go. Ultimate Spider-Man on GameCube. Not a super long set, but it is fairly chunky. Might be worth a play if you like action adventure platforming, 3D platforming. Next up, we got Budai Fighter, which is a shoot 'em up. Usually with fighter in the name, you think it's going to be like a 2D fighter, or you know, something along those lines. Maybe a beat 'em up, but no, it's a shoot 'em up. Clear the stages on each of the difficulty levels. Update. Get your weapons to max power of various kinds. Clear any stage with any weapon. I wonder if this is like Twinkle Tail, where you get where you can swap between your weapons, and then getting hit like decreases the level or something. We reviewed this one. No one really liked it, but I'd say it's not terrible. So it's kind of mid. And Deathless Chibos on Ace difficulty. Okay, so it's like it's not the hardest difficulty. Hard to tell if that's normal or maybe like hard versus very hard. Let's take a look. Burai Fighter. A little under par. Okay, so it's a horizontal shooter. A wild opponent edge appears for those doing Pokemon. It's a little hard on the eyes. Like just the color scheme. I don't know if it's just this level. Foxy says, it's okay. I just didn't like the choose a gate at the end. This level kind of reminds me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The dam level. Maybe just because of the seaweed. Oh, that dam level. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Drake. Yeah, we're still, we're looking at, Burai Fighter right now. Anyway. Aside from the Deathless stuff, pretty straightforward set. I mean, even with the Deathless stuff, it's pretty straightforward. Basically collect each of the different weapon types, max them out, and get through all the levels on all the difficulties. Buzz already had a set, but I guess it was just the Game Boy version. This is the second game someone referred to. Is the second game someone referred to that today? Oh, for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Huh. What was the other one? And then next up we got a solitaire game for Oozabox. So Oozabox is kind of, watched someone earlier, I can't remember. Okay. So Oozabox is kind of a, it's kind of a homebrew system in a way. I don't know if that's, I don't think it's an official system in terms of like games that are made like full on, but kind of like Arduboy, but Oozabox can handle a lot more. It's kind of more on par with like maybe a Super Nintendo or even a PlayStation 1, as far as the games I've seen on it anyway. So here's a solitaire game. Really straightforward set. 7 achievements. Earthworm Jim last night with Pookums. Oh! Oh, right, because he had the, Earthworm Jim has the one level where you're in the little, bubble, the little, sub, right, that's, like, made of glass, and just, you know, as you go through, it gets... Yeah. I could see the reference there. Alright, well, that is all the sets today. So 520 yen. We could do community highlights. Let's go with weekly. And time travel back to last week. Let's go back to here. Oh wow, Graham was at the top last week. Wow. Alright, let's start at the bottom. You got some achievements, cool. Alright, so first of all we got Coach. So Coach is unfortunately on a different time of scheduling than he has been. So I don't think he's been streaming as much. And used to do morning streams. But looks like he's been playing some Soul Calibur 2 and Bomberman Generation and Warrior World. So he's been working on GameCube games and a couple of Super Mario hacks. Super Mario 64 hacks. You actually did a thing. Cool. Let's see. Saiyan is on here this week. That's right. Because we were doing some you guys were all doing some Crystal Chronicles. So you got some Crystal Chronicles and some Wind Waker. And Gotcha Force. Oh. Looks like he booted up a bunch of different GameCube games. Cool. And some Fantasy Star. You did the thing with Saiyan. Crystal Chronicles. Right. Yeah, we were gonna do some Four Swords, but didn't work out. Because Manny had internet issues and I was feeling sick. Unfortunately. But there's always next week. Did the thing with the thing, Foxy says. Cool. And you had to work. Yeah. All the things got in the way. But I would like to go through and finish Crystal Chronicles with you guys. I think Cosmic has our save. Cosmic, Nacho, and I were playing. Unfortunately, Nacho's probably not going to be back up this way until winter break. So she's going to be here long after the GameCube event's over. So Cosmic and I could probably duo or pick up somebody else on our save. But we can hopefully get through Four Swords. Next up we got Mame. Oh, I should be throwing out shoutouts here. So Coach and Chill, it's good dude. I don't know if he's been on streaming lately. Like I said, he used to do a couple of months back. He was a regular morning streamer, but I haven't seen him in quite a while. And we'll throw Saiyan a shout out. Not sure if you have your character. I used to get it from Saiyan. Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works to take a save character back and forth. We went ahead and created characters for each slot on our save so that we'd have the village full of people, so you could go through and buy stuff and craft stuff in the starting village. So we don't have any open slots.
Float your head, buddy.
But anyway, Sir Saiyan and Drake. Perfect shout out here as well. Next up, got Mame.
Here's where I like to do that clipping trick before. Block clipping trick.
So Mame's been playing some Pokemon, some Fantasy Star Online, and some Dragon Ball Z. Oh, he's been playing the PS2 Budokai 3 and Resident Evil 4 on GameCube.
Like that. It's really quick. It's one of those.
Yeah, I think we made a character named Drake, so we were kind of expecting you. I think we made a character named Saiyan too.
I pressed the left button too fucking soon. Oh man, you stupid fuck. God bless it.
Wait, why is Nacho on here? This was... Wait. Oh, I guess it must count So last week, quote unquote, I think starts on Sunday. So it counted the Sunday before last. Okay. So Nacho has some. Nacho showed up on this one, and this is when we were playing. I got her playing Magical Mirror. She beat that one. She didn't badge it. She got real close. And then we played some Lego Star Wars 2 together, and she got the Achieve True Jedi on both story and free play. Yeah. And then we played Crystal Chronicles with Cosmic. So she does not have a Twitch, so I'm not gonna shout that out. Next up we got Cosmic. Now, Cosmic is an active morning streamer. Would highly recommend. He's been playing some One Piece on Game Boy Advance. That was our review game for Scanline Heroes last week.
What is Tuxedo?
And Gun Force 2 is the challenge game this week. Challenger in a game.
Pretty interesting though.
Still working on Demon Attack.
Rodius.
Getting real close. Just that one last Chivo.
You enjoyed
Deathless,
that.
12
Oh, yeah,
stages.
Rodius, I love
It's pretty
watching,
rough.
people that love to play that.
Ugh. You'll get it
Yeah,
eventually if
really
you keep
good at
trying.
it, though.
It's just the way
It's
that
pretty
some of those
hard.
things go. I still have to do the 50 fruit thing
these-
on
Nuts.
Packland?
Nuts.
I think it's Packland.
These nuts.
There's a lot of last one Chivos that I have too, so that's the way it goes. And we were playing some Crystal Chronicles together, and you got Rogue Squadron 2
Secret code.
up and going. Bum, bum. Next up we got Rockstar Lexi, and she was celebrating her birthday this last week, or last couple days. So she's been playing. She played a bunch of Mario Party with Pulse and I think Foxy Knocker and Bo, or some combination thereof. Happy late birthday, right? But then she went back to playing her usual Sonic games. She's kind of the resident Sonic girl in the RA community. Lots of Sonic hacks, lots of Sonic games. Done. And she's working a little bit here and there on the GameCube event as well. So she's got a few beats here and there. Excuse me. I'm forgetting who this one was. Okay, here's Zash. Throw Zash a shout out. Zash has been playing some Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles on PSP, which I think is
Oh no!
I think this is Rondo of Blood plus
You guys
Symphony of the
saw
Night.
each other. I just saw that, dude.
Okay.
I saw that was right in
No,
front of
I
me.
punched through his body and flew through the goddamn map.
And
Yeah, I
Dragon Egg
saw
on
that.
PCE. Been playing some of that, and Axelay, recently badged Axelay on Super Nintendo, and You and Squad on Super Nintendo. So GG's to Zash. Let's see. Next we got Suffa. I don't have his name pulled up. But anyway, Suffa's been playing some Path of Radiance and some Fantasy Star Online and Dragon Quest 1 and 2 on Game Boy Color. Fighters Mega Mix on Saturn, and the Pac-Man Collection on Game Boy Advance. So kind of all over the place. Next we got Tricky Nick. Shows up here sometimes. Throw him a shout out. Boom. And Tricky's continuing to work on Final Fantasy VIII. And it looks like he's also been playing some Super Mario World and some Earthbound. He's been making good progress through a lot of the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
my god, it's coming out the other end.
Bum.
Okay, well.
And then Cassette Cobra. Throw a shout out here. Is continuing to work through Shadow the Hedgehog Reloaded. Almost badged that one. Just has to clear expert mode. And did badge Mega Man Battle Network recently. Very cool. Very cool. So the GG is the cassette. And we got a Wild Ditto that appeared for those fun Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Let's see. So we got Mickey and Wolfie. Ba-ba-ba. So Mickey's been playing Hack GU. That's one that's a series I've wanted to start up and try at some point. But I watched some of the animes for it. It's kind of interesting. Looks like he at least got himself booted into the Xenosaga episode 1 as well, and he's been playing some Phantasy Star Online episode 1 and 2 as well. And he got booted into Mega Man X Command Mission 2. Cool. Lost Odyssey? Oh, I see. The clip was Lost Odyssey. Or no, the clip was Rocket League, wasn't it? Once you get the 30 points, you'll be diving into Xenosaga also. Can't wait. Cool. Oops. I need a Y there. Oh, dang it. Oh, man. Some days. Anyway, Wolfie's been doing Shanghai Pocket on WonderSwan. Is this the one you're talking about with all the time attack modes? And then playing a lot of Tony Hawk. I've got a bunch of your streams with Tony Hawk. Definitely fun times. Shanghai on Sega Master System. Yeah, there's a couple good ones. I started playing the PC Engine one as well. Different one started today. Give up on the time Shanghai. Was that the Lynx one? Under 8 minutes without using hints. Oh boy. Ick. Should have tried to catch that Ditto. Oh well. Alright, next up we got Rio. Rio's been working on some Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube. And recently badged Legend of the Mystical Ninja on Super Nintendo. Was that the same? Is that Ganbare Goemon? Is that the one we watched? Yeah, that's the one we watched you badge. Didn't we watch you badge that on our Free Play Friday? Or was that just you beat one of the bosses or something? Just loaded that up to check the file for Necro. Oh, got it. Okay. You badged it weeks ago. Got it. Okay. So my memory is not entirely wrong. Oh, you booted up Fatal Frame. That's a good one. And Go-Go Hyper Grind. That's the cel-shaded skateboarding one we saw last week. Get a set. And Bust a Move 3000. Which I think is another rhythm game on GameCube. GameCube had a lot of rhythm games. Donkey Konga, Bust a Move, Mario Mix. Right, and you recently badged Piano 3. GG's on that, sir. Oh, Boston Moves Puzzle. Okay. Completed for event. Gotcha. We'll keep up the good work, man. Awesome, awesome work. Alright, and I'll look up Electric Snow. Pops in every once in a while. Electric Snow has been working on Revenge of Shinobi and Double Dragon. Dig Dug. Some 7800 games. And Final Fight. Recently badged Final Fight on Sega CD. And then playing some Kid Niki on NES. I think, is Revenge of Shinobi the one with the dog? Or is that Shadow Dancer? Anyway. So many ninja games. Dun, 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 dun. Next we got Lifted. Shadow Dancer is the dog. Okay. So Lifted Senses has been playing some Wind Waker. Ooh, almost halfway done with it. Or, well, past halfway. Over the hump. Looks like he's just loading up a bunch of games. Probably just making sure he had the right cache.
How did I miss every fucking shot?
But working on Fire Emblem. And I guess he went back to Charlie's Angels for a bit. I think he batched Metroid Prime. I see you got the subset, the low percent subset. But I guess that was back a ways. But Wind Waker looks like the main thing he's been focused on. You did beat Revenge of Shinobi back in the day. Might try it again for RA. Yeah, that's another. Isn't that? I think that's another one of the Yuzo Koshiro games, right? We got RBK. We're gonna have a shout out. RBK has been doing Toomba. Toomba's a good one. Gran Turismo, Spyro, and Dynasty Warriors. Well, he booted it up anyway. Was that your introduction to Yuzo Koshiro? I think for most people it was the whatchamacallit, the Streets of Rage. Next up we got Pulse. And Pulse has been doing whoops. That is not the right one. There we go. It's the one with the underscore in it.
The Super Bowl, I'm done watching football.
But Pulse has been playing Resident Evil 0. He's almost batched it. I think all he's got left is the hard mode stuff. Yeah, okay, so he did the while we were doing this, he must have gotten the knife kills, because I think that's what he was working on last time I checked in on him. So GG's on that, sir. Those are pretty tough. Beating the final boss with knife only. And damageless on normal. I think he's got to do, let's see, under 2 hours 30 minutes on normal, and then S rank on hard, and beat the game on hard. So S rank probably has to do to get an S rank. He probably has to beat it in under 3 hours. So that's still kind of a speed run. But he's also been playing played Mario Party with Lexi on over the weekend. He's been playing some Crystal Chronicles. They recently badged Four Swords Adventure as well, and he's been working on the Bleach game in the background as well. And I think he just pulled up a bunch of these, but the main game he's working on is Resident Evil 0. I forget what he said he was going to go after. He was going to do after that. Maybe Wind Waker, but he got Twilight Princess already too. So awesome, dude. Highly recommend. Next up, we got Rev, who's playing some more Final Fantasy XI lately. Throw Rev a shout out here. he badged Fantasy Star Online. I think he might have been the first one to badge Fantasy Star Online. So good work on that, man. Were you the first? Masters.
The burp part is part of the song too. You
Oh.
may have not known.
Maybe not first, but pretty close. Fourth. And Foxy just badged this one. Congrats, Foxy. I'm sure we'll get to talking about Foxy in a minute here. But yeah, Rev's also working on the grind set for this one. And recently did UN Squad and Monopoly and Xenocrisis. Almost bad Xenocrisis. So this thing got ported everywhere. It's a homebrew, but it's on like, I think the first place I saw it was on when we talked about it for Neo Geo CD, but it's also on Genesis. It's all over the place. Ogoflow was a pain, yeah. GameCube set 2 now. Right. Because I think Rev already had the Dreamcast set, right? For oh yeah, GameCube set you're talking about for Xenocrisis. One more Chivo should be first to badge Xenocrisis. Oh, nice. I know Wise has badged a couple of the Xenocrisis games on a couple different consoles. So he could probably badge that one. Speaking of, hey Wise. We're getting close. Alright, next up is Manny. Throw Manny chat up here. Manny's been working on Pokemon.
Alright.
Even though Manny has, no interest whatsoever or knowledge whatsoever of Pokemon games, he's really stepping out into the unknown here.
Impressive, but I'm tired of this game. Away with you.
That's kind of a running joke for Manny, by the way. Looks like he's also booted up Ridge Racer recently. I think he's badged this quite a while ago. This is actually a game he requested for me to play through and badge. So I've got that on my request list after we finish the GameCube event. This one's on my list. He's also been working on Naruto Path of the Ninja on DS, Pokemon Channel on GameCube, and Eggmania on GameCube. I think we were talking about Eggmania the other day. I got through the easy mode on that one and decided it takes a little bit too much focus for an off-stream game. But looks like he also started on Breakout, Vampire Master of Darkness on the Game Gear, continuing to work on Burnout for the GameCube, and Badge Jawbreaker pretty recently too. And then as for me, I've been mostly working on Mega Man X Command Mission. All I've got left are the so after you beat the game, the central tower opens, and there's like this area that has like a handful of the last things to unlock: video, music, discs, and figurines. And then all these super bosses. Apparently these super bosses are supposed to be as hard as the final boss, so that might be a little bit tricky. But I'd probably like to stream those, so I'll probably wait to do that till I'm feeling well enough to stream those. But hopefully tomorrow night I'll be feeling better. For another like 4 or 5 hour stream. We'll see. And other than that, I did go back and finish out Mario's Picross last week. I had just a handful of the time trials left. I had kind of forgotten about it until I was looking through my list of unfinished. And then other than that, I was just booting up a bunch of the GameCube games. So, Foxy and I were talking about different subsets the other night, and I don't know, I get kind of on a roll sometimes of just doing like administrative type stuff, and so I was just grabbing all the different hashes for all the different games and doing all the patching to make sure I had all the subsets available. I don't know how many of these I'll actually do, but I'm good to go on them. So there we go. Next up, we got Wise. Thanks, Foxy. Wise is working on Twilight Princess. That's right. I was watching you play through some of that the other night, and taking a little break from Resident Evil 4. Some of those last couple of Mercenaries Chivos are pretty merciless. Let me throw Wise a shout out here. Been going hard on Zelda, putting in overtime on Twitch. Yeah. Some long streams. Also grinding here and there on Super Smash. Played some Rogue Squadron and played some Fire Emblem. So we got Neo. Dang, Neo's above Wise. That's kind of crazy. Usually Wise is leader of the board. But Neo's also been working on Twilight Princess. And looks like he also went through and beat all the Donkey Kongas. And started up some Pikmin.
Sorry, this is pretty boring.
And some Wind Waker.
Play something just
And yeah, he batched WarioWare a while ago. Oh, hey Neo. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Nice work on Twilight Princess, man. About past the hump. Looks like. Keep it up, man. Good to see you. Next we got VCG. VCG has been working on the infinite subset of Final Fantasy. Beat every boss with every combination of classes. Well, that's funny. He started up DDR Mario Mix without finishing it. Oh, right. And I kind of jokingly told him, and Foxy for that matter, that now that I beat the gold medal subset, they need to do it too. And VCG's actually taking me kind of serious because he'd already started it. But he's working on finishing both the regular set and the subset now. So that's kind of cool. I know the pain of that grind. So he's working on that one. Looks like he started up Solomon's Club as well. Oh yeah. It is a commitment. It took me a little bit over a month. Yeah, and I had already gotten a bunch of the bronze and silvers just going through the regular game. So I was kind of starting from a save game with that, and then I started the subset, and was kind of going back and forth from the regular set to the subset on the same save game, just kind of passing it back and forth. But it is a commitment. Yep. And yeah, I was getting like 5 or 6 medals a day, putting in, like maybe like 2 medals an hour. Maybe like 1 medal an hour, or 1 medal every 2 hours, something like that. I don't know. It could be pretty bad some days. Next up we got Frosty, or Mega Seraphimon. He's been playing Chronicles of Narnia, but also Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Lost Kingdom, Pikmin. So he's also going hard at the GameCube event here. Almost got he beat Fire Emblem. He's working on the badge for that. So making progress. That's cool to see. Next up, we got Necro. Necro is he's kind of one of the night crew for the RA community, and he plays a ton of games every night. About maybe 20 minutes to an hour and a half per game, depending on game and how many votes he's gotten for each thing. But he's been working on Soul Calibur 2, Halloween Mayhem Hack for Super Mario 64, Duke Nukem 64, Legend of Mystical Ninja, Guts Rage on Dreamcast. I watched Sark go through that one. That one seems kind of fun. That ROM hack die. Somewhere like that. Somewhere like that. It's Randy Savage. Yep. That's pretty funny though. Clock Tower. Dang. Almost halfway to the Clock Tower Chivo. That was I want to say that's kind of one of the games that defined survival horror. And it was on the Super Nintendo. I don't know. I guess there were some NES games that were kind of horror-ish too. Maybe like Friday the 13th. But I feel like Clock Tower is really the game that inspired a lot of the stuff that came after. But yeah, Mario Party on N64, Wind Waker, Punch-Out. Oh, Arcade Punch-Out, right? Because I think you badged NES Punch-Out, right? Yeah. TMNT 2, the arcade game. That's a classic. And Silent Hill. You had a couple different survival horrors last night. Well, I don't know if it was last night, but it's hard to go through. It's hard to go through Necro's list because it's always going to be a jumble of games, and probably just not even necessarily from last week. But anyway, keep up the good work, man. Kicking butt, earning those Chivos. Thank you. Next up, we got Arius. Ooh. Arius has been playing some Crash Bandicoot 2 on PS1 and badged Charlie's Angels. Wow. That's some fortitude. Wayne's Point. I don't know what that is. PS2. Hogs of War on PS1. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
What?
What's this?
What?
3D platformer.
Fuck me. Is this toss?
This looks really weird. Well, anyway. So Arius has been playing a couple different games. Badging a lot. And then Pookums. Pookums also plays a lot of games every stream. Usually on a usually kind of picks the theme for each stream. So he's playing some Earthworm Jim last time, and Earthworm Jim 2. Also did some Comic Zone, some Zen, Intergalactic Ninja, some Kung Fu.
There we go. Achievement, Mr. Bones.
Mr. Gimmick. He's almost got Mr. Gimmick badged. Super Mario Bros. 3. And then, that's right, the other, there was a night last week where he was doing a bunch of the, Simpsons games. Yeah. I think this is probably 2 weeks ago when he was doing the, Disney Capcom games. But yeah, Pookums is a fun streamer. High energy. Goes very long, though. Next we got Knocker.
Playing it.
Knocker's been working on Wind Waker.
Need them aqua points.
And he badged Super Smash Brothers. I think he did that a while ago, so he's probably just booting that up for making sure he had the hash or
All
something.
for the points. He's greedy.
And he badged Mega Man X Collection. GG's, Knocker. Oh hey, Knocker's here too.
Somebody we kept.
You should do Simpsons Hit and Run. You lost your save on that, so I can start over and badge it maybe.
Points.
Yeah, I think it's Hit and Run is like kind of a kart racer type.
I don't understand that.
That's right, and he badged Legend of Zelda with Foxy and Chrono and Pulse. So GG's on that, sir. You lurk here. I appreciate it, sir. Hope your day is going well. Let's see, next up we got Chrono. Slowly making our way to Foxy. Chrono's a good dude. he's also been going through Phantasy Star Online. He's probably going to badge it before I do. He's already at 87%. Right, because we were talking the other day and he was already into very hard. And that's already past where I am. He's already doing stuff on Ultimate. Yeah, he's definitely going to badge it soon. Also working on the Coin Collector subset for Super Mario Sunshine. And he beat the DDR Disney Dancing Museum on N64 recently. Interesting choice. Mystic Quest. And then he also started in on Crystal Chronicles with you guys. You crown all your escape dolls, mags, and most items to help. Ah, that helps a lot. Yeah, Rev set me up with a lot of stuff too. So, whatever, most of the progress I've made, a lot of it is thanks to Rev, and handed me off some items early on. My first Turista, for starters, and now Red Scorpio, which I've been rocking here and there. Though I think the Crush Bullet I've got right now is probably still my favorite weapon. Anywho, next up we got Blog, who goes by Blog the Ripper on Twitch. He's been working on Mega Man Legends 2. So Blog recently had he's kind of a speedrunner and just recently got into RA stuff. But he's had a big wheel of Mega Man, and so he's been playing a bunch of different Mega Man games, just all over the place. So he's playing some X6, I think last time I watched, and I helped him find Legends 2, so he's working on that now too. But also played some Breath of Fire and Heavy Barrel. Mega Man 4. Yeah, okay, so here's all the Mega Man games he's been working on. Just kind of going back and forth on them. Some X5, some X6, some 4. Just all over. Gate Damageless? Gate Crown on all your... what is Gate Damageless on? Is that 6? You watched Max do that the other day. He wasn't a fan. Not sure which game that's in you're talking about. That's one of the X games, right? Name and X games. Or is that in Legends? Gate's only in X6. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't badge at all, but he got the beat. Yeah, it looks like he hasn't done the Damageless yet. Gate Damageless. Boom. Let's see. Now we're up to Foxy. Foxy's been working on Just Badge Phantasy Star Online, as we were talking about. So huge GG's on that.
I clipped through.
Tales of Symphonia has been his Tuesday through Thursday stream game, so he's making good progress on that. That's been fun to watch. Looks like you've also been working on some Pokemon channel, and got a couple of the items for the grind set. Sometime we're gonna have to figure out, because I think with the grind stuff, like a lot of these things, it's gonna be way easier to get some of those items. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how the multiplayer drops work. Like, and I think we could probably get the items in multiplayer, as long as we're not playing. Like, I think it's fair as long as we're not playing on the increased drop rates. But there's a couple of things that are probably easier to get in multiplayer. Friend and I are starting playing, just gonna have fun with it. That's cool. Getting to level 200 will take forever. Yeah. it's truly a grind. But yeah, huge GG's on that, getting that badged. Next up, we got Bat Faster Jordy. Except for the creature items you found during the main badge.
When I get
Yeah.
Sakura to level 4.
Yeah, I gotten
achievement of my own doing.
I got one of the Del Saber's arms. I forget if it was right or left. I got one of those, and I got I got a Buma's arm and a Babuma's arm or something like that. And a wild Pinocchio spawns. Pokemon. You had 2 lefts and Chrono had 2 rights, so you traded. Sounds fair. So he's been working on Super Mario Strikers, Super Mario Sunshine. He badged Super Mario Sunshine. GG's on that, sir. And recently badged Spyro 2 on PS1. He's also been working on Luigi's Mansion. So, making good progress. Shield and sword combo helped a ton. Cool. Next up, we got Sarconius. Sark's been working on Super Smash Melee. Oh boy. That's gonna be a big set. And Dog Island. That's right, he beat the he got his gold event badge, so he's back to his request list now. And Dog Island is on that list.
Oh my god.
Oh, he recently badged Pongia. That was a long one. And then Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on PS2. I watched him badge that one. And he was also playing some Crystal Chronicles. Sark's gonna hate the nasty stuff on Melee, but he'll get it.
Oh, son. Oh, thank God. Jesus Christ, that took way too long. Roll this garbage in the bin with pleasure. Oh.
Complete classic mode with Kirby on normal and hard. I think Kirby's the only character I'm somewhat decent with in Super Smash. Well, I guess I'm okay with Simon too. Sark amazes you. Yeah, Sark is Sark's got a lot of patience. He's got a lot of skill, and he's got a lot of patience to get through a lot of these badges. And he's really good at he's pretty good at finding the most efficient way to get badges.
Can you not? God damn it! Oh, it's an AI boomer.
When you played as young Link.
I can't even blame money off.
GG's on the catch trick. So Navanos is working on the special disc for Twin Snakes, which I think is basically just Metal Gear NES. I think. So he's making his way through that. I forget if Jennifer's in. Is that Metal Gear NES? Or is that the that might be from Metal Gear 2 on MSX. Oh, okay. Special disc is Metal Gear NES. Nev isn't happy with Melee. That 100-pointer is garbage. Oh, it's in Japanese. Gotcha. I'm just looking for the 100-pointer. Did you already get the 100-pointer? Oh, here you go. Complete All-Star mode on very hard difficulty without using the continue. It's like 1 CC. You got Foxy to badge Metal Gear. Yeah, there's a lot of fights in Melee that it's easy to lose. So want to see scene, especially on very hard mode. Yeah. Wouldn't recommend the set to anybody because of that achievement alone. But it's also kind of a standard one for that kind of thing. Looks like Nev's also started on the Mega Man X collection, and he badged Wario World, and he did. I remember him badging this. I think this was like 2 weeks ago. Better sell it. All the Japanese you know is Google Lens. Alright, and then Graham, who's at the top. So Graham's been doing Addams Family on Game Boy.
Ever just bust?
Almost badged Strawl on 3DO, which is one of those FMV games.
Yes.
Contra on Game Boy. And he's almost badged Phantasy Star Online as well. And also been playing some Little Mermaid on Game Boy. So. Yep. A lot of people are getting close to this one. I need to up my game. So get back to Phantasy Star. At least get the beat. I gotta take out Uncle Flow on normal at the very least. That'd get me up to like 8 points, I guess, and 9 if I can badge Mega Man X Command mission. Anyways, RNG takes no skill. Anyone can do it. Well, RNG plus skill for Super Smash. Anyway, that covers that, and my headache's starting to come back. So let us raid out now. We're gonna go ahead and raid over to Pulse, who is at 85 of 87 now on Resident Evil 0, getting real close. I don't know if it's gonna be badge day though, because he has to play through. He has to do like a playthrough on hard to get the S rank, and I think he's. Well, no, he's 85 of 87. That's probably what he's doing right now. So let's go read him. Thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, I'm hoping I feel better by tomorrow too. I'm wanting to get back to gaming, and I gotta. I took today off just because I spent most of the day wrapped up in a human burrito, and just taking a lot of the painkillers. So anyway, hopefully tomorrow will be better. Catch you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Be good to one another. God bless. And let's go give Pulse some love. And for those on YouTube, have yourselves a wonderful evening. See you later.